Eric Van Wilderman, Sonic Wave completion. I want to see his story behind this. Let's watch right now.
How's it going, guys?
Let's go.
I recently beat Sonic Wave, which is the last level of the RGB trilogy. R standing for red, which was Yatagarasu.
Yep.
Green.
I beat that one. I beat that one.
Standing for the green level, which is Erebus.
Not yet.
G. And then the blue level, which is Sonic Wave, which I just recently
I'm scared of Sonic Wave.
completed. I started doing this a very long time ago. Like 2 years ago, I promised to beat Yata. And at the time, I thought, I'm going to try to do all of the RGB. And it wasn't until this year that I started to actually take it seriously. I announced my next demon being Yatagarasu on July 4th.
Bro, he's so South Korean like that. Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. He knows, bro. He actually speaks Korean, even though that's Japanese. I just say Yatagarasu. Hey, bro, let's play Yatagarasu. Bro, he's so like official about it. Yatagarasu. He says it with the accent.
I announced to the world I was gonna do it. This year, I just started taking my Geometry Dash gaming seriously again. So I beat Yata. Took me a long time. I took a big break from it, but then I went back and started doing it really hard until I beat it. Beat Erebus in like a month, but that's the easiest.
He beat Erebus so fast, I can't even believe it. Whenever I play Erebus, bro, I am not beating it that fast. I'll tell you that.
And then came to beat Sonic Wave. And Sonic Wave, I worked hard on this level, man. Look at all these streams.
Bro, look, look at all the 92%. Bro, literally, when he first started 92%, I was literally in the stream. I left, came back, and he got 92, and he blamed it on me. I wonder if he'll talk about that in the video. Let's see.
And all of these streams, all 31 of them, took place over the course of 2 months. I started this on August 11th, 2025. 2 months of streaming, which is the most amount of streams in a short period of time that I've ever done.
Yeah, dude, that's every other day. That's a lot of streaming. This ain't no part-time streamer. We got a full-timer over here.
I worked hard on this level, man. I've always wanted to beat this level. I think it's a fantastic level. I always dreamed of beating this level.
What was that?
Sonic's first verified this level 8 years ago on November 26, 2016. I think he verified it before that. I'm not sure. He verified this level, and it was just epic because Riot had 96% and Sonic's had 88% or something. And then 6 days after he got 88%, he ended up verifying it, even though Sonic's had said he was going to let Riot be the verifier. So there was something that happened there, but then it just ended up Sonic's got to upload.
Yeah, there was some drama back then, chat. Back in the 2016 Twitch stream.
On his profile and whatever. It's a piece of history. But ever since that race and that moment happened and this level was verified, I always dreamed. I was like, imagine if I was good enough to beat Sonic Wave. This is like way back in 2016, 2017. I always thought I'll never be able to do that, and that's fine. I'll just daydream about it, and I'm just gonna keep on enjoying Geometry Dash. Because I was like 30 at the time. I was like 29 maybe, and I was like, I'm getting pretty old for this already. I'll never be able to do it. It's too late. I'm over the hill, son. I'm too much of a geezer.
Don't say it, Eric. You're young in the heart and in the soul.
But at the ripe age of 39, I did it.
Uh-huh.
So today, we're going to be announcing the new hardest demon that I've ever done. But you know what? I have a special guest. I'm not going to be the one announcing it. I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh. He's going to bring in John Cena.
Hey, gotta go fast. It's me, Sonic. Oh, I like chili dogs. Ooh, let's go fast, guys. And you know how I like...
You know what? Eric Van Wilderman is my #1 inspiration. All of my cornball energy all comes from this man. I love Eric Van Wilderman. He's been inspiring me since I was a youngin', and even now he still does. When I inevitably play Sonic Wave one day, I gotta get a Sonic fit. I gotta follow my mentor. Because I love the cornball energy. I love it.
Well, I like going fast in my favorite extreme demon in Geometry Dash, Sonic Wave. Hey, gotta go fast. Yeah.
He's such a cornball.
Well, I don't think I sounded like Sonic very well there. I started streaming on August 11th, 2025. And the best I was able to get on this level, getting all the way to these things called the headbangers. If you don't know what the headbangers are, well, you'll see. That is very hard. So that
was these weird like clicks at the bottom.
Was the best, 44.37%. I got to the headbangers, and that's as far as I got on the first stream, which is actually pretty impressive.
44 on the first stream? Yo, why is Eric Van Wilderman like so good at jump
Considering I only made it to the wave like
I said sometimes. Sometimes he's way too good is what I'm trying to say. Like Erebus complete in a month, 44% on day 1 of Sonic Wave. Who is this guy, bruh? What is going on?
a few times. Because the beginning of this level is so hard. This first click right here, this yellow orb, that yellow orb right there.
I can't stand that orb.
Is so insanely hard, and sometimes I would die like 6 times there at the beginning before I'd even get beyond it. It's crazy, man. It's the orb of doom, and it sucks and it stalls, and it makes you frustrated before you even start the level. The rest of the beginning of the level's chill, man. The ship it's a little challenging. You got to know how to do some inputs here. You know, a little bit of clicks going through those gates, but it's really not that bad. You die sometimes you don't. This click after that's a little micro click, and then you get to the ball. The ball! I died so many times.
Oh yeah,
this ball.
People say this ball, like specifically these couple clicks, are like so hard, and they are. I've done like practice mode runs of this. Like I could kind of get through them, but I feel like, you know, 26% through the level, they're probably really annoying.
Oh, guys, so many. You eventually get into a rhythm, and I was getting more and more consistent, but that is insane. Some players that are wave carried, that are really good at the wave, but maybe not other things, they find the hardest part of Sonic Wave is actually the ball.
Yeah.
I didn't find that. I mean, for me, it was clearly the wave, because I am bad at the wave, or at least I was.
Me too, Eric. Yo, I'm just like him for real, bro. I am completely terrible at the wave. But it's not just me, bro. I'm bad at the wave, chat. I just am. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Until I beat this level. But man, this first wave is so insanely hard right here.
It is.
That's the choke point right at the drop there, because it's such a tight corridor. And there's all sorts of choke points. This corridor is really tight too. There's so many hard parts, and then it chills out a little bit. And then the headbangers were a choke point for a while, but I eventually was pretty good at getting into the rhythm. And then the worst choke point of them all right here. Boom,
yep, the 48% wave click.
48%. That is a 60 hertz frame perfect. And
what?
48%.
It's a frame
and then
perfect?
The worst choke point of them all right here.
Yeah, it's
here.
This gap right here. That's 60 FPS? Wow.
48%. That is a 60 hertz frame perfect. And you
the level flashing makes it a lot harder too, because like it makes it less visible.
You would just die there. You just have to accept that you're gonna die to 48. You just accept it. And then that's not really a choke. Well, this part is a bit of a choke point. The second wave is really hard. This part here, it's a little easy. And then this part is just a really awkward pattern. I was pretty good at it though. Better than a lot of other people are at it, because a lot of people die there all the time. I was a lot more consistent than normal. It's weird. I really jived with that part. And then of course, this part I died to a couple times. It was really sad. No, I died here once. It was really, really sad. And the beginning of the third wave is so stressful because there's spikes in the corridor there, and it's way tighter than it looks. However, it gets a little bit easier here, but even though it's easier, you're so stressed when you get here. Oh my God, it's so stressful.
Dude, those
so stressful. Huh? So I got to 44% on the first stream, and I thought, pretty good. I'm making great progress.
Yeah, a little bit too good.
I'm sure I'll beat this very soon. Actually, I didn't think that. So a few streams later, I got to 48%. I finally made it past these pesky headbangers, man. It was the first time. Those are so stressful to get through. And I was freaking out like, what? Dang, I got to the choke point. We finally got to the choke point. Okay, 48%. Next stream, I got to 49%.
Wow.
Why? You serious? Why? And then I got to 65%, which actually was a bit of a choke. I finally made it past that choke point, and I was freaking out here. I was freaking out. Whoa, all over the place, but I somehow still
Did he die in the cube?
made it through there. Somehow. But I was bricking it, man. This is my first time here. I was so nervous. What am I gonna do? No way. I'm gonna miss an input is what I'm gonna do.
Dang.
I'm gonna miss an input at the free part. That part's pretty free if you know what you're doing. And eventually I'd learn a better pathway to do. In my final completion, I learned a better pathway where you can skip a bunch of orbs so that I wouldn't die there. And I never really died there. So that was great. 65% though. I made it past the first wave finally. And then something crazy happened. the next stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On the 10th
Here it is, chat.
stream in. So keep in mind, this took me 31 streams to beat. I got to this cube again, and I was thinking, oh man, I'm crushing it. But just, oh god, I was getting really nervous here, and I was like, wow, how am I doing so well? I shouldn't be this far. How am I getting this far? And then I got to this wave, which is notoriously difficult. And I died here a lot later on. And somehow I fluked it! I fluked this wave. You shouldn't fluke that wave. That is a very unflukable wave, but I fluked it anyways. I was in disbelief at this point. I couldn't even believe. I was like, what am I doing? I made it past the second wave first try. Everyone always told me you're gonna die there like 100 times. I just made it through that first try, and I was freaking out. And I made it through all the hard parts in the third wave. I could have
and here it is,
fluked this level, and then boom. Oh my god! I died to 92. How did I fluke that though? I died to 92%. Vortrox, damn you! 92.
Yep.
I couldn't.
I'm the 92% guy, and I think that I've transferred that curse to ERICVANWILDERMAN, because he's probably about to say it, but not only did he die to 92% on Sonic Wave, he also died to 92 on Erebus multiple times, and 92% on Yatagarasu.
Just fluke the level. You had to curse my game.
Yep.
But that was amazing though, because you don't just fluke the second wave in Sonic Wave. You don't do it. But I did. I didn't die there as much as other people did, but I had the hardest time getting consistent at the first wave. Even to this day, the first wave still just crushed me. And like some streams, I would barely get past the first wave at all. Even towards the end of my streaming this level, the first wave just was so hard. So I fluked out. I got 92%. And then I kind of stagnated. I didn't make much progress.
I would think, I mean, fluking from, what, 49, or no, 65 to 92 in Sonic Wave, like, that's a pretty big deal. That's not easy to get back to. Fluker's mindset was probably tough.
Of course, I wouldn't make it that far. You know, 92, it was a miracle. But it really wasn't, because it really stressed me out. Made me think that people had this expectation that I was going to beat it soon, when I clearly knew it was just a fluke, and I was not going to get that far.
I get it. I get it.
Again for a long time. Until all of a sudden, I did make it that far again. I made it really far into the level. I was like, whoa, I'm on the second wave, and I made it through again, finally. Finally. Amazing. Let's see how this ends up.
Bro, what?
I died the exact same death. No, and it was so close.
That's tough.
No, I just hit the tippy tip. Look. I just barely hit the tippy tip. No! No!
Tough.
92% again! Vortrox, why? Second time. His input's not that hard.
Let's shoot for 3!
Space is there. There's a big gap there compared to a lot of the spaces. It's not that bad. The wave after is harder. But I didn't die there. Where you gotta go up and down at that section after. It's way harder. And then that was the best attempt I would have for another many streams.
I bet.
I felt a little bit stuck. However, in all of these streams, I was pushing myself, and I was slowly but surely, even though like it didn't feel like it at times, getting more and more consistent. And then finally, it happened. After many days of grinding this, 2 whole months, finally, I pushed myself, getting to the third wave again, ready for success. Yes, going through all those tight sections. Yes, go, Eric. I died.
Yo, it was actually 3. I forgot he actually died there a third time. That's crazy.
Death, what? And I died to 92 again for the third time.
You're welcome, Eric.
Why? At that point, I was getting pretty decent at the level, and I was feeling really confident in my skills in Sonic Wave. And so, the next stream is when this happened.
Wow. Yo, that was aura right there. The way the song did the little jingle. Yo, wait, what? W cinematography movie making skills.
Stream is
Listen to the music.
This happened.
Holy good video.
Are you ready for some badassery?
Oh, he brought it back! Bro, he used to always put that in all his old videos, bro. Back when I was watching in like 2018, bro. That was fire. But yeah, bro, this is Sonic Wave. I want to see how he does in the ball. What is his ball, bro? What the heck? All right. Yeah, that's tough. I really gotta beat this one day, chat. And here's the headbang part. Bro, I gotta do it, chat. Yes or no? Should I try to beat this one day? Interesting how he skips the teleporter. Yeah. Dang, bro. Bro, I just know when I play this level, I'm gonna be dying to this stupid freaking... I just know. I'm gonna die to this cube part way more than I should. Because this part is kind of known for, like, you're not supposed to die here. I'm gonna somehow die there. I just know it. Yo, and this wave looks mad hard. I feel like we don't talk about that enough. I want to see his reaction. Let's see how he reacts to beating it. Final wave. Let's see it. All right, 92, 92. He went down in time. Yo, wait, go back? He went up far there. He could have died. Bro, this part scares me, bro, because look. It's hard to see because everything's flashing, but like, there's these spikes, these little medium spikes in this wave that make it way tighter than it looks. It's scary.
Yeah!
W.
Sonic Wave! Yeah!
Love to see it.
We did it! Oh my god! Man, that came out of nowhere! Woo!
Let's go. W,
I
Eric!
can't believe we did it! Oh, man! This was a struggle, son!
Dude.
RGB done!
Yeah!
Yagarasu Erebus Sonic Wave!
Aura.
The multi-year project has finished. To be fair, I could have done it within a year. I took a lot of breaks from Yada, but we did it! Son!
Yes, sir.
Sonic Wave! Yo, Aeon, I'm glad you're here. Dude, sick! Oh!
Dude, I wish I could have been in this stream, bro, but he streams in the morning for me because he's in South Korea.
Okay, so the attempt count is going to be a lot because I die to the first input a lot. And also, it's just...
Let's guess his attempts. 22,398.
Sonic Wave. Each practice run, I die really quick. It's going to be way more than Yada, probably. 11,768 plus 18,380.
Oh, wow.
Actually, not that bad. 30K almost exactly. It's
Okay,
like
that makes sense, actually. That makes sense. Bro, the Minecraft music is hitting right now.
30,048. It's 148. 30,000. Oh, yeah, 148. That's right. Okay. 30,148. All right. That's a lot of attempts for a level. All right.
I think it's fair.
That's a lot.
Yo, chat, when I play Sonic Wave, will I be over or under that? Predict.
So what's next for EVW?
Oh, what is next for EVW?
Is that it? I finished my dream of doing RGB. Well, I don't think my story's over yet. I think I still got a little bit more left to give, and I think we'll try something a little harder. What a journey
Chat, what is he gonna play next?
the RGB was, and I'll see you guys later. As always, peace.
Dude, yo, why does ERICVANWILDERMAN have so much aura? How do I attain this level of aura? I feel like I just look like a goofball. Bro, he was like... Bro, how did he do it? Yo, run that back.
The RGB was, and I'll see you guys later. As always.
Chat, bro, how did he do it? That was so... I'm replaying that in one more time.
The RGB was, and I'll see you guys later. As always, peace.
Yo, I couldn't even do that again if I tried. But yo, W ERICVANWILDERMAN. Go give the man some love. I mean, I'm sure mostly everybody knows who he is already, but I love Eric. He's my #1 inspiration. Love to see it, man. All right, well, thank you for watching. Goodbye.